Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 in the morning, exhausted but unable to fall back asleep because your bladder simply will not let you rest? You try to walk as quietly as possible in the dark, hoping not to wake your spouse, feeling that familiar frustration and maybe even a little fear. You might be thinking that your prostate is failing or that your bladder is just getting weak because of your age. They tell us that waking up multiple times a night is just a normal part of getting older. But what if that is completely wrong? What if the real reason you are waking up has nothing to do with a weak bladder and everything to do with a few hidden evening habits that you can easily change tonight? Welcome back to Urologist Reveals 50 Plus Health. If you are tired of fragmented sleep and want to reclaim your independence and your mornings, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, like, and share this video with someone you love. Also, drop a comment below and let me know how many times you wake up each night. You are definitely not alone in this. Remember, this information is for educational purposes only and is based on published medical research, not a replacement for your doctor's advice. Let us talk about a gentleman named Robert. Robert is a 68-year-old retired veteran from Ohio who came to me absolutely exhausted. He was waking up 4 times a night, convinced his prostate was failing. He stopped drinking water after dinner, thinking that would solve the problem. But the brain fog the next day was still ruining his retirement. When researchers looked closely at his daily routine, they discovered a completely backward habit that was accidentally exhausting his kidneys. You see, as we age, our brain produces less of an antidiuretic hormone at night. This means your kidneys do not automatically know it is time to slow down and sleep. If you combine that natural change with the wrong hydration timing, your bladder fills up rapidly while you are trying to rest. The truth is, managing your nighttime trips to the bathroom does not always require endless prescription medications. Sometimes, finding freedom in a full night of rest comes down to understanding your body's biology and working with it rather than against it. Today, I am going to share with you 3 simple, zero-cost rules to help you sleep through the night. These are science-backed strategies designed specifically for men and women over 50 who want to stop letting their bladder control their golden years. And I want you to pay very close attention to the 3rd rule because it involves something hiding right in your kitchen cabinet that is secretly forcing you awake. Let us dive into rule number 1, which is the 2-hour kidney reset rule. Many people think that staying hydrated means drinking water constantly until the moment they go to bed. While hydration is incredibly important for your heart and your brain, drinking large amounts of liquid late in the evening overwhelms your system. When you lie down flat, the fluid that has pooled in your lower legs during the day shifts back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys suddenly filter all that extra fluid, sending it straight to your bladder. To support your body naturally, you need to establish a strict liquid cutoff time. Try to stop drinking large glasses of water at least 2 hours before your head hits the pillow. If you take medications at night, just use a small sip of water. This simple shift allows your kidneys to process the fluids while you are still awake and upright, significantly reducing the pressure on your bladder while you sleep. But the 2-hour cutoff rule is only the first piece of the puzzle. What you drink during the day matters just as much as when you stop drinking at night. If you are barely drinking any water before noon, and then you try to catch up by chugging almost a liter of water after dinner, you are confusing your entire system. Your kidneys are forced to work overtime during the exact hours they are supposed to be resting. Start front-loading your hydration. Drink the majority of your water in the morning and early afternoon. This simple morning hydration trick ensures your body gets the moisture it needs for your joints and your brain, without leaving a reservoir of fluid waiting to wake you up at 3 in the morning. Now you might be wondering about that fluid building up in your legs. This is a very common issue for adults over 50, known as edema. Gravity pulls fluid down into your calves and ankles throughout the day. When you finally lie down in bed, gravity is no longer keeping that fluid in your legs. It moves back into your bloodstream and your kidneys quickly turn it into urine. So how do we fix this without relying on pills? The answer is a 30-minute afternoon habit that costs absolutely nothing but can dramatically improve your quality of life, which brings us to our second rule. Rule number 2 is the 30-minute afternoon elevation technique. Have you ever noticed that your shoes feel a little tighter by the end of the day, or perhaps your socks leave a slight indentation on your ankles? That is gravity doing its job. Throughout the day, fluid naturally pools in your lower extremities. If you wait until you go to bed to finally lie flat, all that accumulated fluid has only one place to go. It rushes straight back into your bloodstream, and your kidneys immediately start filtering it out. The result is a full bladder right in the middle of your most crucial sleep cycles. But you can outsmart this biological mechanism with a very simple, zero-cost habit. Sometime in the late afternoon, perhaps around 4 or 5 o'clock, I want you to sit back and elevate your legs above the level of your heart for just 30 minutes. You can do this while reading a book, watching the evening news, or simply resting. By raising your legs before the sun goes down, you are using gravity to your advantage. You are sending that fluid back to your kidneys while you are still awake and active. Your body will process the liquid, you will use the restroom before dinner, and your bladder will be completely empty by the time you actually go to sleep. It is a gentle, natural way to support your body without relying on a single pill. Many of my patients confess that they feel held hostage by their own bladder. They plan their entire evenings around bathroom proximity. They stop going to evening social events, they stop enjoying dinner at their favorite restaurants, and they live in a state of constant anxiety about the night ahead. This is no way to live. Your retirement years are supposed to be a time of joy, relaxation, and unparalleled freedom. When you apply the afternoon elevation technique, you are taking back the steering wheel of your own life. Now, let us move on to the third and most surprising rule. This is the hidden trap I mentioned earlier, the one lurking right inside your kitchen cabinets. You might be following the hydration cutoff perfectly. You might be elevating your legs every single afternoon. But if you are still waking up at 2 in the morning, there is a high probability that your evening meals are secretly sabotaging your rest. Rule number 3 is identifying and eliminating hidden evening sodium. When we think of preventing nighttime urination, we naturally focus on liquids. We think about water, coffee, or tea. But we often completely forget about the one mineral that acts like a sponge inside your body, holding on to massive amounts of water. That mineral is sodium. As we get older, our kidneys become much more sensitive to sodium intake. If you consume a high sodium meal for dinner, your body is forced to retain excess fluid to dilute that salt. Then, during the night, as your system tries to balance itself out and flush that sodium away, it drags a tremendous amount of water with it directly into your bladder. You might not even realize how much salt you are consuming because it is hiding in foods that do not even taste salty. Think about a typical convenient dinner. A bowl of canned soup, a slice of store-bought bread, a frozen meal, or even a simple salad with commercial dressing. These everyday items are packed with hidden sodium. You might eat a comforting bowl of soup at 7 in the evening, thinking you are making a healthy, light choice. But that single bowl can contain over 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Your body holds on to the water, and hours later, precisely when you need deep, restorative sleep, your bladder wakes you up to eliminate the overload. Imagine the sheer frustration of cutting out your evening tea, doing everything right, and still waking up in the dark, risking a fall in the hallway just to use the bathroom. This is why understanding the biology of your food is so absolutely critical. To reclaim your mornings and find true freedom in a full night of rest, you need to shift your sodium intake to the earlier parts of the day. For your evening meals, focus on fresh, whole foods. Choose roasted vegetables, lean proteins, and flavor your food with herbs and spices instead of salt. By doing this, you are not just managing a frustrating symptom. You are showing your body the profound respect it deserves. You are giving your kidneys the grace they need to heal and function properly. Researchers found that combining these natural dietary adjustments with proper hydration timing can drastically reduce the volume of urine your kidneys produce overnight. You have worked hard your entire life, and you deserve to enjoy your golden years with vibrant energy, not morning brain fog and sheer exhaustion. Waking up feeling completely rested is a true blessing, and it is entirely within your reach. Now that we have covered your hydration cutoff, the afternoon elevation technique, and eliminating hidden evening sodium, I want to share one final golden nugget with you. This is a secret that very few people talk about, and it involves exactly how you position your body when you finally get into bed. You might think that once you are asleep, gravity no longer matters. But your kidneys are still working hard, filtering your blood and producing urine. Studies suggest that sleeping on your left side can naturally support your body's filtration process. When you sleep on your left side, you reduce the pressure on your inferior vena cava. This is the large vein that carries blood from your lower body back to your heart. By taking the pressure off this major blood vessel, you improve your overall circulation. Better circulation means your kidneys can filter out waste and excess fluid much more efficiently during the first few hours of sleep, rather than waiting until 3 in the morning to suddenly wake you up. If you combine left side sleeping with a slight elevation of your legs using a small pillow, you create the absolute perfect environment for an uninterrupted night of rest. Let us think about Dorothy, a 65-year-old grandmother who started using these exact methods. She used to wake up 3 or 4 times every single night. She felt constantly drained, and she was terrified of falling in the dark hallway. But after implementing the 2-hour rule and reducing her evening sodium, she experienced something she had not felt in years. She slept a solid 7 hours straight. She told me the morning brain fog was completely gone, and she finally had the energy to keep up with her grandchildren again. This is the kind of transformation that is waiting for you. Let us quickly recap the 3 rules and this final golden nugget so you can start applying them tonight. First, implement the 2-hour kidney reset rule. Stop drinking large amounts of fluids 2 hours before bed and front-load your hydration in the morning. Second, use the 30-minute afternoon elevation technique. Raise your legs above your heart for 30 minutes in the late afternoon to drain pooled fluid before nighttime. Third, eliminate hidden evening sodium. Swap out processed foods, canned soups, and commercial dressings for fresh, whole foods flavored with natural herbs. And finally, try sleeping on your left side with a small pillow under your knees to support optimal kidney function while you rest. I know how frustrating it feels to be trapped by your own bladder. I know the exhaustion, the heavy eyes in the morning, and the silent fear that you are losing your independence. But I want you to remember something very important right now. Aging does not mean you have to surrender your comfort or your dignity. Your body is incredibly resilient and always trying to find balance. When you understand your biology and make these simple, zero-cost adjustments, you give your body the exact tools it needs to heal and thrive naturally. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, looking at the clock, and realizing you slept straight through the night for the first time in years. Imagine the mental clarity, the bright energy, and the overwhelming sense of relief. You've given so much to your family, your career, and your loved ones over the decades. Now, it is time to give back to yourself. You deserve to wake up feeling completely rested, energized, and ready to enjoy every single moment of your golden years. This is your journey to reclaiming your mornings and finding true freedom in a full night of rest. If you found these strategies helpful and want to continue taking control of your health, please hit the like button and subscribe to Urologist Reveals 50+ Health. Leave a comment below sharing which of these 3 rules you are going to try tonight. Share this video with a friend or a family member who might be silently struggling with their sleep, because together we can help each other age gracefully and happily. Thank you so much for trusting me with your time today. Sleep well, take wonderful care of your body, and I will see you in the next video.